Hey, good evening, guys. Touch coming at you. It's Tuesday, December the 29th, and we're just after 5 o'clock in the afternoon, early evening, and back out in the garage. Hope everybody had a great holiday, and hope everybody's looking forward to a fabulous new year. So I've been watching a couple videos from VW Darren in the last couple days, and Darren's inspired me to get off the couch and back out in the garage. I know Darren's not been feeling too well, but he's still out there plugging away, so we're going to do the same. Anyway, we've obviously had a little bit of snow in the last couple of days. Finally, we've been really lucky up to this point, and the weather's been pretty warm, and we've had no snow, but finally got a little bit overnight, some freezing rain and sleet, so we've got a bit of a little pile of snow to get rid of, but not too bad. And actually the temperature's still fairly warm. It's still hovering around 0 or so, so not too bad. So anyway, good opportunity to get back out in the garage and get back started on the projects. So I think what we're going to do to start with is we're going to throw the covers back on the 60 TR3, and got a new prospective Triumph owner named Sean come by and do a fit check in the TR3, and he was finding that he was looking over top of the windscreen, so I pulled the seats out of the 59 TR3, which are a little slimmer. You know, the springs are a little bit more compressed, and that seemed to have solved the issue. So got a little bit of a mismatched seat going on in there, but we'll pull that out of there and get the other one in there, and we'll store those red ones away in the basement where they came from. Looks like Sean's found himself a nice TR250 project. We're crossing our fingers. We're hoping that deal finalizes over the weekend. So we went to have a look at that yesterday, and I remember he said it was warm. Well, yesterday definitely wasn't warm. It was the coldest day probably of the year and very windy, so we were freezing while we were taking a look at this car outside, but looks like he'll probably be picking it up this weekend, so maybe he'll let me take a little bit of video of it and share it with you. Exciting times. Anyway, we're going to pull the TR6 out in the snow. Maybe we'll shovel the driveway a little bit and make a little patch, and then we'll get to work getting the top back on the TR3 and getting the covers back on, and then we'll get back to sanding and prepping the front valence of the 59 TR3. Getting that ready for some primer and paint. We did make a stop at Napa today and ordered some new sandpaper, some paint cups, some new grinding discs, etc. I've got another order to pick up tomorrow of some rolls of paper from my Durablocks, so started to invest some money into the project. I still think we're doing pretty well on a budget for that car on the 59. I think we're probably only, well, I think we'd already spent about $150 on it so far, on some gaskets and seals and such. We borrowed some extra leftover parts from the 60, and today we spent $115 so far on just consumable stuff, so we're up over a couple $100 now, getting close to the $300 mark. So anyway, we'll keep an eye on it, and we're going to keep a file of what the actual cost of this restoration turns out to be in the end. I'm trying to keep it as low a budget as possible, but the costs are going to start to creep up now when we are getting into the bodywork and paint portion of it. It's obviously something that I need to spend money on, so we'll see how the budget goes. Anyway, that's it for now. We'll move the 6 out, and we'll get working on that valence. Alright guys, we've got a little classic Colombo on the TV, and we're back working on the inside of that front apron of the 59 TR3. Before I get to that, so here's what I picked up at Napa today. For that $116, you don't get too much. So you've got a pack of 80 grit 6-inch diameter discs for my DA, and I've got a box of 3-inch 36 grit roll-lock discs for my angle grinder, and I got just some extra measuring cups, paint measuring cups, and 10 of those, so $116. Anyway, I got another order to pick up tomorrow, so I'm sure that's going to probably be another $100 or so, but got to do what you got to do. So I'm going to stick that in the file for the 59, and we'll keep track of what the expenses are. Alright, so back on the interior of this panel, I think what we're going to do first is, I've got the heat gun out here. This looks like it's got a little bit of undercoating on the bottom. You can see it sort of brush marks in there. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to heat that up, and I've got a scraper here. We're going to try to scrape that off. It's nasty to try to get that off with a grinding wheel or even a wire wheel. It just sort of smears. So we're going to try to get a little bit of it off before we go nutso with the grinder. So that's the first step, and we're going to get to grinding the rest of this off in here in the interior. Again, we've got the little angle die grinder for that. We've also got the 4.5-inch grinder for that. We've also got the DA with the 80 grit, so we'll get that done too. So hopefully we'll be able to get most of this done tonight, and then we'll start getting probably into some repair areas. Maybe we'll break the welder out and we'll fix some of the flanges over here. Plus I've got a few of these holes here that need to be welded up from a slide hammer that was used to pull a dent out. So that's the plan of attack. Alright guys, just after 9 p.m. and we're just going to call it a night. We've made a bit of progress, not as much as I'd like, but it's proving to be a challenge to get that old paint and undercoating off. So anyway, we have a good start on it. We'll pick it up tomorrow. We'll probably not upload this tonight. There's probably not enough that I've done to warrant uploading this tonight. So we'll come back out here tomorrow, try to get this finished, and we'll upload this Wednesday night. Alright guys, we'll talk later. Hey, good morning guys. Touch coming back at you. It's Wednesday morning, December 30th, just coming up to 10:30. And we're back on that front apron this morning. And we're just going to continue sanding it down. Just got the compressor all charged up, so we'll flip it over and continue on the inside. There's what she looks like this morning. So like I said, we made some progress last night, and we'll continue on. I've had a few little thoughts overnight on what I'm actually going to do on the inside of this as far as paint's concerned, and I still haven't quite made my mind up, but got a few little bits of pitting up in here, so I think we might consider treating that with some 415. So we'll do the metal ready to get rid of that rust, and then we'll clean it up with some marine clean and then paint with 415. It sort of goes against my low budget philosophy for this project, but it's only low budget if it's something that doesn't really require me to spend a lot of money on, and I think in the long run the 415 will hold out a lot better underneath this apron than a regular paint will. So we'll see. We'll keep thinking about it. The other options are just to go with a regular maybe one stage or single stage paint, and then follow it up with some truck bed liner or something on the inside of this after I treat it for some rust. But anyway, we'll see. Talk to you in a bit. Afternoon, and we resorted to doing a little bit more sandblasting just to get some of the harder areas. So we're doing the headlight buckets, and we're going to try to do this bottom area. Still got quite a bit of undercoating and some rust on it, but we'll give her a shot with the blaster and see if we can make it look a little better. There's the setup. Alright, quick update for you guys. Just coming up to 6:45, and we're almost there. It's getting better. We did that blasting this afternoon, and we blasted pretty much till it was getting a little dark outside. So we've pretty much got most of the areas done except for that center section, as you can see. I did a little bit more blasting along the top here to get some of the rust pitting out, and we're going to treat that. But it's looking better. I've got a bit more to do on the top. Just flip this over. So that's looking not too bad. A little bit more here to finish. It's a kind of a pain in the butt, this panel, with all the little nooks and crannies to get into. So it's a little bit of a challenge to sand this, and it's basically the opposite of what I did on the 1960 that I was working on. I knew this panel was going to be a bit of a challenge to not only sand but paint, so it was the very last panel I did. So we're kind of going in a reverse order. We're actually doing this panel first. So anyway, it'll be good to get it done. So we'll continue on tomorrow. I think what we'll do is we'll upload this tonight, and then we'll get back out here tomorrow, and maybe we'll do some welding tomorrow to fix these holes and do a little work on the flanges. We'll see. We've still got a bit of sanding to do, so hopefully it'll be not a bad day out tomorrow, and maybe I can continue to do a little bit more sandblasting, and that'll be it for the cleanup. That's it for tonight, guys. We'll see you tomorrow. Have a good night.